Hey guys, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's talk movies. Ooh, Jackie Chan. Haven't seen him since, Christ, 3 years ago in The Foreigner. Alright, I'm down. This is my honest opinion of Vanguard. Chin Guoli's sins of the past have caught up to him and is now the target of a former business partner's son who wants money that he thinks Chin stole. Though Chin is rescued by two agents of a private security company called Vanguard, Chin knows that the enemy will make a move on his daughter Farida in Africa. Though Vanguard is quick on the scene, both Farida and Vanguard agent Lee are taken hostage and demand in exchange their lives for Chin's and the information that he holds. Vanguard leader Tang Huating goes against the idea and sets his sights on a straightforward extraction. It's definitely not a good movie. In fact, sometimes it can be downright painful. The subpar elements were part of the reason why I had as much fun with it as I did. Okay, so to call this a Jackie Chan movie would be a little inaccurate. He's more of a support character with an unnecessary amount of prominence. But I know what y'all want to say. But it's Jackie Chan! If he's fighting on screen, who in their right mind would complain about that? Very true. I am not complaining. He's in on the action a lot, but his prominence within the movie is literally just because he's Jackie Chan. His character is the head of Vanguard, yet he's throwing himself into the thick of danger every opportunity he gets, outside of the opening scenes before the title flashes on screen. 13 minutes into the movie, by the way. The point is, I doubt that any leader in Tang's position would have the luxury of going on the front lines, especially when there's no clear line of succession. He's needed behind that desk, no matter how capable he is in a fight. Had this character been played by any other actor, he would have been glued to that desk all movie long. He even feels kind of out of place as he plays up his comedic fighting style in every fight scene, whereas nearly every other character is super serious and hyper-focused. Except for that opening fight scene. I know, he's trained like all of his agents, but did he train them to have his expressions as well? Still, Jackie's a lot of fun, so it's hard to be upset. While we're talking about characters, let's keep that wheel spinning. Everyone's pretty much a stereotype. You have the good-natured best friends. One's a family man, the other's the desirable sexy one. You have the badass hot girl who has to have a gratuitous sexy scene. You have the damsel in distress who spends her entire time looking sad or scared. And you have the bad guy who is the bad guy. He really wants his daddy's money. There is a Donald Trump joke in there somewhere. But seriously, the actor's performance is on par with a villain from the Super Friends. He is that hammy. He sure did love to make his threats. All that was missing was an evil laugh. Oh my god, and that asshole hunter guy in the Africa scenes? If the main bad guy is equated to a Super Friends supervillain, then the hunter guy who wants the sad-looking dame in distress dead is very much the supervillain's bumbling right-hand man. Or at least he should have been. He's quite possibly the most memorable bad guy in this entire shindig.
She said the kill count was 119? Once I get to her, I'm going to make it an even 120.
Which brings us to a very recurring problem of the movie. The acting is not very good. From anyone. Okay, I hate how this is going to sound, but let me be more specific. The Chinese actors are mostly fine. And those that aren't, well, when you have bad characterizations to act out, it's hard to dig out a halfway decent performance. The true cringe comes from the villains, the bad guys. None of them are very good actors. Now, I want to chalk this up to they're speaking English most of the time, which is clearly not their native language. But it's all across the board. They're all tryhards in being intimidating and threatening, but it just comes across as adorable. Again, I don't think I should consider the bad acting as a negative, as it made the movie infinitely more funny. It doesn't hit Tommy Wiseau levels of bad acting, but it's in that ballpark. Which brings us to yet another disaster of the flick, the CGI. Oh my damn, is the CGI so bad. I mean, look at this shit. Wow! Just wow! The writing isn't strong, the story's kind of cut and dry. There's some forced dramatic beats that would have worked well in a better film, but kind of falls flat here, and the action is just kind of serviceable. With one or two notable exceptions. That was pretty cool. But for the most part, it's just too many quick cuts where I don't think they would be all that necessary. But before I wrap this up, we have to talk about the climax. It's ridiculous. Naturally. But it's the kind of ridiculous that would be found in a Fast and Furious movie. Literally, it's a chase scene with an army of cars, and the bad guys are all driving solid gold cars. How the Fast and Furious franchise hasn't capitalized on that shit yet is a huge question I have right now. And they look so nice, too. Pretty sure the gold coloring is CG. Might be wrong about that, but they look nice enough to where I was kind of crying every time one of them crashed. I'm rooting for the bad guys because they have the cooler cars. Look at what this movie made me do. Overall, I probably had way more fun than I should have with this. It's not the best made flick, but I think that's what makes it so watchable for how over the top it gets. It's entertaining, so I am gonna recommend it, but only if you're in the mood for an entertainingly bad action romp. My honest rating for Vanguard, a 4 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Please wear a mask if you go out. Hope to see you soon.